Maya Ramos and Kaya Kagasan spent the morning relaxing in the hot tub and then climbing out to eat fruit and cookies outside. This is where the new kindergartners at Benchley Weinberger Elementary in the San Carlos neighborhood will have their virtual kindergarten classes. Their moms, Nicole Ramos and Shafana Kagasan, formed a learning pod together and hired a private tutor to help them follow their online lessons. Kagasan says, in some ways, this will be better than if the kids were in normal kindergarten.
Maybe this is a way for us to be creative and reimagine the whole education process. So I'm excited about that. I feel like that's a rebirth of something. So maybe in all of this, there's something good that's coming out of it.
A few miles away in North Park, Dania Hernandez is facing a far different reality.
Just don't know. Just to not know what's going to happen.
She works full-time, and her daughter Jasmine will start kindergarten at Jefferson Elementary in North Park. Hernandez's plan is for her mother to stay with Jasmine and help her do her online lessons, but she's worried that won't work out well.
My mom will be there, but it's not the same thing as having a professional sit next to her and teach her and give her the 101. Even if the computer just goes in a sleep mode, it's hard sometimes with somebody that doesn't have that experience. Then it's going to cause frustration, stress.
Ramos, whose kids are going to be in the pod with a private tutor, says she's keenly aware of the inequity the pandemic is creating.
I think the big challenge that we have in, what role do we play in sort of helping solve inequity is as people who have, resources.
Regardless of their status, kindergartners and their families will arguably be impacted more than any other grade by online learning this fall. They have little to no experience in a regular school environment, let alone in a virtual space with the distractions of home. It won't be easy for teachers either.
Hi everyone! Just wanted to go through the binder with you real quick.
Jana Wilson, who has taught kindergarten for most of her 21-year career in La Mesa, is planning a daily schedule with a live video call from 8 to 9 a.m., where she'll go over the calendar, read a story, and talk about the letter of the day.
At the beginning, I think we're being very ambitious in thinking that we're going to be on for an hour. It's going to be a very long time. But at the same time, I think our thought process is if we break up that hour in a way that includes some fun songs or activities or, okay, get up and stretch and jump around.
Still, Wilson acknowledges that parents or another adult are going to need to be with the kindergartners to help them with the crafts and activities, at least for the first 6 weeks. But of course, that's not an option for many families.
One kid obviously didn't have a parent in the room, so the little kid kept going here's my dinosaur. I want to tell you about my sister. And the teacher didn't know how to mute, My daughter had meltdowns. She literally had 10 meltdowns yesterday.
Humaira Yusufi's daughter, Fatima, already started virtual kindergarten in San Marcos.
We can address challenges, but it's been really bad.
Now she's ready to pull her daughter out of school entirely.
I'm concerned that, this is going to give her more anxiety about school. The whole introduction to school is kindergarten. And I don't want her to have long-term anxiety about going to school.
She's toying with the idea of switching to homeschooling or having her daughter skip kindergarten completely. But there could be unintended consequences. If a large number of parents decide not to enroll their kindergartners in public schools, it would cause an enrollment dip and a corresponding drop in state funding to districts. Maureen McGee, a San Diego Unified spokeswoman, says the district won't have final enrollment numbers until October. Claire Trageser, KPBS News.